Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive on beat, man. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man. So what are you niggas waiting for, man? Subscribe before the fucking interview start. You niggas is bugging out, man. Angry Fan Movement.
Yo, Llush, what's good, homie?
What up, what up, what up, Angry Fan Movement? We up in this biatch.
What's good, man? What's up? Now, can I do a thing right now? I think I know why you're calling. I'll probably reach in my blog. I don't know. Talk to us.
Nah, like, I just wanted to talk about the dope-ass battles that we just had.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I'm down to talk about whatever, really, you know, like whatever after an event, it's, the fans got a lot of questions and comments always, and especially when you're talking about a legacy like Battle of the Bay, which has such a deeply rooted history and is so important to, you know, not just the West Coast, but it's something that people that have been involved in from all over. It's kind of like, I look at the Battle of the Bay series as like an ambassador between different styles of battle rap, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a real, like, bridge. And it's, you know, ironically, you know, the Bay Area has got a bunch of bridges there, so it makes sense. And I just, you know, I just wanted to talk about it, whatever anybody had to ask or wanted to know or wanted to clear up. There are some amazing breakthrough performances, and me being one of y'all, a fan myself, as well as being somebody that's so close to it, I figure, hey, you know, I got my perspective. I saw it all from the inside, so what y'all want to know?
So basically, so it's not your event, it's King of the Dot event? Whose event is this?
Well, at the here, basically, what King of the it's Teddy Grizzle's event. It was Teddy Grizzle's event from the jump. King of the Dot was brought in to help facilitate it because there's a lot of things, you know, like just like if you're doing events in cities like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, St. Louis, LA, like there's a lot of complications that come with that, and there's a lot of street shit that comes with that territory. And Oakland is no exception, so you need to basically have people help make sure everything's cool. Someone that's actually from there, beyond Fab, who really, you know, even though it was in many ways his event as well, it was Fab was really just primarily focused on his performance and battling and everything around there, as well as getting the word out and hyping it. So King of the Dot was basically trying to help somebody who doesn't, you know, who's kind of new to organizing events of this scale, put it together, and that's what King of the Dot did, as well as the technical aspect being the pay-per-view and the live pay-per-view. By the way, a lot of people misuse the word pay-per-view in battle rap. I wanted to point that out. It's actually, if it's not live, it's called video on demand. If it's live, that means pay-per-view. Just to clarify that for people that are kind of might have. I recently got put up on that game myself, so wanted to share that knowledge with the folks. But yeah, so we basically came in to help facilitate it and kind of, you know, for all intents and purposes, clean up a mess in many ways, because there was a lot of moves made on it without our knowledge. The way that the budget was allocated, everything about it was already done when first myself and then King of the Dot got involved. And but I'm very proud of the work we did, and for the most part, you know, once again, I'm not privy to every single board, but I know when I'm getting slaughtered out there, and that's not the case. Me personally, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody that was there at that event there's a lot of people that had a great time in the Bay Area. It's like, you kind of have to be here to experience just how powerful that shit is and what it means to the region out here, and what that means for the future of battle events out here in the Bay Area. Like, that's you know, that's some shit that you really got to experience for yourself. I can't even really speak on it, but people that have been here felt that energy, and they understand that.
Okay, and yeah, I and you know what, that I did say that earlier in regard to basically the demographic, because I'm from the Bay, so I know a lot of people that probably weren't battle rap fans probably saw this event as kind of the breaking ice into battle rap, which is totally stellar, and I wouldn't have wanted it to be anybody else that presented this but you guys. However, for the people who are not there, you know, and since we're clearing up things, I'm glad that you kind of, I'm sorry.
From the Bay, yes. You understand shit, you know what I mean? Like, you get it, like, and that's really helpful, but you're right. The average person don't understand that, but you, being from the Bay, do you understand how powerful that is, having E40, Too Short, Richie Rich, Mac Mo, Sway, all these Wispy and Organic up there on stage? Like, that's next level shit right there, you know?
That is. I agree. However, on the flip side, because, you know, we're Angry Fan Movement, and we, you know what, let me say this. Lush, we appreciate the fact that you're always available to help us kind of get clarity on different things. You know what I mean? Because when, on our end, we're sitting at home, we have the pay-per-view, we have different things that we're hearing about, the side that people don't see because they're not there at the event is kind of, you know, it's shaky. We're not knowing who the event belongs to or whatever, but yet still there's people who will come out the woodworks and everybody wants to promote the battle. You know what I mean? And so when it was asked whose event was it, now the flyer kind of looks as if it's King of the Dot in association. Well, it reads King of the Dot in association, you know, with BBE, or is it BBE? Which we know that to be Teddy Grizzle. And it's not to bash anybody, but it's like, you know, we're hearing that the event ran, you know, it started late. And then I did see a tweet from you in regard to, you know, I guess with the party that was supposed to go on and that kind of affected the battle or whatever. But I don't want people to feel like you're the fall guy for everything that happened.
Lush? Hold on one second. He's calling right back.
Okay. I freaked out that, so I'm hoping I don't repeat myself.
You know, I apologize to the people for that because I'm driving from the Bay to L.A., so there ain't no motherfucking cell towers for miles out here.
I mean, like, Lush, are you the scapegoat for a lot of this shit?
I mean, I would say in a lot of instances I have been a scapegoat, and it's easy to blame somebody that is such a flamboyant personality that has a known history of being a partier and all that shit. So, of course, it's easy for me to get scapegoated, and a lot of time, like, I know the reality. People that work with me know the reality. There's a reason I'm still in this industry, despite the fact that a lot of people clearly don't want me up in that shit. So it's like, that says something. That's enough for me at the end of the day. Like, and if people misperceive me, that just gives me more of an opportunity to prove everybody wrong once again, which I continually do.
Okay. I mean, that's the right thing. So, I mean, this whole you, Organic, Teddy Grizzle, Nakaya, how does this work?
Well, the thing is, with the situation with Nakaya and the whole Boston event, it's completely different because that is something that we, from its inception, have been working with this guy on, and we've been talking about doing this for a long ass time. Teddy Grizzle popped up and I had cards already booked and was like, "Yo, I need help with this," and then that's what wound up happening with that. Like with Nakaya, it's something that we're building together from the jump. You know what I mean? Like Calico was at the event, was at Battle of the Big K was at the event. Like cats that aren't even battling just pop up to the event because they're on our cards and we're working with them, and a lot of them are associated with that Boston card. So it's relationships that are being fostered and deep-rooted. Like, Nakaya really fucks with a lot of different battle rappers on a homie level. Like, he topped it up with DNA and Clips and Goods, and then ask them dudes about Nakaya and what they have to say. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just me. This is a dude that's certifying himself. It's not even and he's doing it through the proper channels. I'm not saying Teddy isn't, but Teddy just chose to really do a lot more things on his own, and it wound up being a situation where he's bringing in professionals after the fact, after he's already negotiated and paid people and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, it basically forces us, whoever he hires, into a position of doing damage control and potentially being a scapegoat. And that's really what it is. But like when working with Nikaya, if that's everybody's fault equally, because we've all been working on it from the jump. But we're pretty much creating a situation where failure isn't even possible.
Oh man, I mean, look, you feel this is like a step back, or no?
Is what a step back?
This whole event shutting down early because, from my understanding, pass versus beat matches didn't go down, right? Correct.
Well, what's exciting about that is that gives us an opportunity to give that battle more focus, since that's something that myself that's one of the battles that that was the only battle on the card actually that wasn't set up when King of the Dot was brought into the equation, and that I helped arrange. So obviously I feel some type of way, and I'm serve as a liaison for booking Passwords for his entire career, and I came on your show and spoke about how excited I was about that battle. So I feel as more disappointed than almost anybody about that, and I'm making sure that battle goes down and gets even more focused now. So that gives us an opportunity to really focus on that battle. It builds more hype. Obviously, it's a disappointment, and it's fucked up for the people that paid for it. Well, I want to make sure that all those people that paid for it and didn't get to see it will get to see it for free, regardless, before anybody else. So I know that's not as good as getting it immediately when you pay for it, but hopefully it results in a better battle with even hungrier MCs, and that's all we could ask for at this point.
Well, right. Is there any way at all that to prevent, like, what actually happened? Like, what happened? Because Mr. Fab came on last night, and he pretty much said that you guys whoever started 2.5 hours late, 2 hours late, so it's pretty much your fault. So what really happened?
Well, as far as we didn't even have any prior knowledge of a lot of things dealing with the venue and the communications of that, because once again, these are all things that were dialed in before we even got involved. We were just told to show up and organize certain aspects of it, such as the door, such as the technical side, such as the hosting and organization, which it's kind of like showing up to a gunfight with the Knights at that point, because we're not fully armed. But our team, King of the Dot, is so strong, and Teddy Grizzle was wise enough to have faith in us to even help him out in that situation and make sure that he got it done and make sure that what he needed and the type of customer support you need for a live pay-per-view with the King of the Dot team, with King Fly doing like literally answering questions 24/7 and like making that his whole mission every time we have an event. That right there is what Teddy Grizzle invested in, and he was smart enough to do that, and we excelled in all those areas. As far as as far as I knew, and what I was told multiple times throughout the night, and I'm the one hosting the battle, is that we had the venue, so 10 p.m. or at the latest 10:30 p.m. The event was shut down at 9:30 p.m. when there were still 2 battles left, unbeknownst to me. You know, like, that was literally one of 2 times I went outside to smoke a cigarette the whole fucking night, you know. I don't be in the mix with the partying like that anymore, so I'm really just focused on the event and definitely chopping it up with fans and doing whatever I got to do to organize things. But, like, I was there, and I literally went outside to smoke a cigarette, and as I'm smoking a cigarette, getting ready for Passwords Magic, it gets shut down at that exact moment. So, as far as I knew, we had an hour to go, and it wasn't really that much of a concern because it was the after party for Fab's battle, which was next. So it wasn't, as far as I knew, there was no issue. At the end of the day, I would chalk a lot of it up to miscommunication, obviously, between the venue and during the booking process.
Right.
And to be honest,
so the event planning, the scheduling part, y'all knew nothing about.
Well, I mean, the event at the end of the day, like, we had everything scheduled according to an understanding that the event was done at the time, which was an hour earlier. The event was, and there was a schedule change with the main battle and the other battles, and rappers went damn near over double their time limit. So all these things contribute to that at the end of the day. But I wasn't even concerned. I knew that battle, we already had taken into consideration that battle due to the fact, the size of the entourage, the celebrity guests that could be coming through, it was going to take a fucking hour. And we knew that, and we accounted for it. Like I said, it was 9:30, and there was 2 battles left, which were going to take 20 minutes each. We were going to be out of there by 10:10.
Right.
And as far as I knew, time wasn't a concern. If we had known there was any issue, we would have planned differently. But, you know, and the people at the venue are folks that we work with and that we're real cool with. We had Battle of the Bay 6 there, and I didn't even feel like we were in a position, once the event was already shut down, like, or getting shut down, it's not a situation where I felt like I even had the leverage to argue with them and fight for it to not be, because, like, it's like they're, as far as I know, they're dealing with a bunch of disorganization and fuck shit on there, and that was out of their control. So it was like, it was a lot of things like that, and I don't really know all the intricacies, but I did what I was hired to do, as well as King of the Dot did what they were hired to do, and that's all I know about it. And that's why, at the end of the day, I don't, unless you know, there's a sentiment that I'm not aware of, I don't really consider us catching hell for this. I definitely don't consider us losing any momentum, or I feel like this is just another event. What I do feel is somewhat tarnished and does hurt me is the perfect streak of Battle of the Bay, which makes me realize that we need it. And that, coupled with the fact that the fans are so hungry and so down for us, and so down for me in particular, through my ups and downs, front, backs, and side to sides, that it's time to go do another event in the Bay and do Battle of the Bay 8 ASAP, God willing, and you know, when Kyle and the squad are ready to get it popping, there it is.
Well, see, and that's a good point that you make, because you are so synonymous with Battle of the Bay. So it's like,
right,
like you said, you know, it shouldn't come down on you guys, and it shouldn't. You more so. It shouldn't, because this is something you were brought into, and not something that you put together from start to finish. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I guess to our confusion is that Thad came on last night, and he made a couple of points about how this particular building was set up. I guess the after party was on a totally different floor than the actual event.
Right. But
so how
keep in mind,
yeah,
it's all one building. There's
okay.
You know, it's like, I don't know how thick the ceiling is, but it's definitely not thick enough to conceal loud bass from anything going on right below it. That would pretty much rule the battle. If you watch Battle of the Bay 6, Cortez versus Caustic, and Nestle versus Remy D, both had bass in the background. It actually came in during the third round of Disaster versus Averb. You can see it in the end of Disaster versus Averb. So, like, you know, we kind of wanted to avoid that from even cracking off. So it wouldn't have even mattered. Like, at that point, like, the way I saw it, logistically, they could have for sure let the battles happen. No reason why the club should have shut it down. It was kind of, and I just, like, keeping in mind the timing and all that, it was kind of an odd move, but I did, like I said, I'm not even promoting the event. Like, it's, all I'm doing is hired to make it pop. And ironically, literally 70% of the crowd are there partially because of me, if not fully because of me individually, and if not my direct promotion, knowing me personally or fucking with me for years personally as a fan, you know, like, so, like, between, like, me and Fab and then a couple other battlers, like, we brought everybody there.
Oh, okay. Fab informed us last night that he had to actually pay B-Magic some of his fee or whatever, some of his purse. Was there money issues at this event?
Well, at the end of the day, luckily, I had nothing to do with the financial aspect of this event. You know, I was brought in as an employee, so I'm kind of in the same boat as the rappers in this one. And, you know, like, that's all. As far as I know, a lot of rappers were taken care of, and I don't really know the full details of all. I wish I really knew more information. I know that I'm not the type of person that speaks on those things, and I'm not the type of person that would go on the radio and say either way if it was me that was owed money, because that's not the way I get down. So, you know, I'm going to leave it at that. But
understandable.
Like, you know, as far as and as far as like put it, and you could also say that there ain't no rapper's relationship that was soured with myself or Fresh Coast or King of the Dot in any way, shape, or form at this event whatsoever. Like, we're good with everybody, you know what I mean? Like, we're basically, like I said before, we're employees as well. We got brought in by Teddy, and what I am psyched about is the pay-per-view looked amazing. The stream was crystal clear. We had a chance to kind of do a dress rehearsal for the pay-per-view, trying to do something so ambitious as a live pay-per-view of 1080p caliber that we're going to be doing at Blackout. We got a chance to do it at Battle of the Bay, and it looked great from a technical standpoint and the way that our team worked together. It's kind of like scrimmage season for football, for the NFL. The teams would go 1-3 or 0-4, but still know that their chemistry is on point, that when it's game time for the actual season, they're going to fucking murder some shit. And that's what I got a glimpse of at this event. So for us on the inside, it was great. For the fans, for the hardcore fans of the Fresh Coast brand and King of the Dot brand, and for the people of the Bay Area, it was amazing. And for anyone that was disappointed or wasn't feeling the battles, all I got to say is wait till they hit the fucking internet, like the actual YouTube releases. If you still don't like it, then cool. I think you'll probably like a few of them Blackout battles. And if you get your fucking head out of your ass, you'll see how entertaining Arts vs. Fab is. Even if there is a bunch of fuck shit going on and weirdo shit, like it's still a fucking crazy battle. Caustic versus Head Ice was exactly what I said it was going to be to y'all. Literally to a T. Call me Miss fucking Cleo, because I predicted that shit to a T. You go back and rewind the tape. All the other battles that actually went down were crazy. We gotta actually film a battle in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. That was amazing. So Bender versus the Source not going down when it was supposed to was a blessing in disguise. We once again made up a battle that was scheduled on a big event that didn't go down the next day, proving our consistency. Like, I look at it at all these angles, and I'm a perfectionist and a critic of myself. So I don't know, bro. I don't know, my friend.
And I can respect that. I really, really can, Llush. I mean, but my gripe too, and all those are all positive things. But it was like, okay, Bender and the Source did go down, but to me, the most anticipated outside of Arsenal and Fab, and that, you know, we can't stop talking about that battle actually, was Pass and B Magic, more so because Pass is, you know, it was he's coming back, and it was just, you know, we were really, really wanting that. So to have that one battle come out and the other not, it was just like, wow, I was really hoping for that. So you did mention another battle of the day as soon as possible. Could we possibly see that battle on that call?
Absolutely, if not sooner than then, 1,000%. And really, and it's at the point where originally that battle that wasn't our contract. That wasn't our, money that we put up for that battle. But at this point, I'm going to make sure it goes down, personally.
That's
me. I'm saying this to y'all, not only everybody out there listening, but the two of y'all, the three of y'all I'm on the phone with, you know what I'm saying, right now. I'm telling y'all right now, that'll happen.
That's what's up.
On Grandpa George and Grandma Marie, you feel me? I'm going to make that battle go down.
That's what's up. That definitely is a good look.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I know he touched on it, but I was always under the impression that, you know what I'm saying, Battle of the Bay was a KOTD event, but now it's seeming like Teddy Grizzle, it was his event though. Is it y'all just lent the name out? Like, I'm trying to figure out how it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, if you want to be technical, King of the Dot only did one Battle of the Bay, and that's Battle of the Bay 6. Battle of the Bay 1 through 5 were on grind time. You know what I mean? So the reason why this event happened to get the Battle of the Bay name was because of the fact that it was already had the card put together, and once I got involved and once King of the Dot got involved, I felt like the card and the potential of the event was worthy of the Battle of the Bay legacy, and I named it that. That name alone is powerful enough to create a strong enough aura around the event to even bring it enough attention to where it would even be a worthwhile event. Because if it didn't even have that name, it would have lost so much promotional power and virality just off the bat that it wouldn't even be like, it would just be, you'd have to call it something else, and it wouldn't even make sense. But having Mr. Fab as a headliner, that in itself makes it Battle of the Bay. Like, we had to do it.
Okay.
It's Battle of the Bay because Avocado and I, that's our trademark. That's our franchise that we created in the grind time days, and wherever we at, that's where that. If we want to make a battle event in the Bay Area, Battle of the Bay, we can decide that. Now, in retrospect, like I said, there are certain reasons why I think it was bad that we did that, and we might have could have picked a different name. But I'm glad that we did rock with it because energetically wise and vibe made it so it was a Battle of the Bay, and it's a perfect setup for doing something crazier next time that we control from the jump ourselves with no outside entities.
Yeah, but isn't Teddy Grizzle pretty much down with y'all though? I mean, it's pretty much all the same thing. Man.
I mean, he's got his own company. Like down with I'm down with Norbs. I'm down with you guys. I'm down with anyone. I don't know how you mean that word. Just down with, cool with. Yeah, like I have no problem with Teddy Grizzle. Like I fuck with Teddy Grizzle. You know, he's a good dude. King of the Dot came in at the last minute and helped him facilitate the Duel of the Desert event once the relationship with URL fell through, and we did the same thing with the Battle of the Bay. He doesn't work for King of the Dot. He's not affiliated with King of the Dot. So, you know, that's that.
Okay, that's what it is.
Company, it says it on the flyer, you know, BBE Entertainment, or, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like this, like the Bear logo.
Okay, so this whole shit is kind of crazy and shit, man. That's how I feel about it, man. It is what it is, though. But it ain't your fault, though, basically, right?
You tell me, dog. I don't give a fuck what people say at the end of the day. You can say if it makes you feel better to blame Llush the drug addict, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Llush the drug addict gets the money away from the event, and the timing was all fucked up because Llush was doing heroin in the bathroom, and that's what happened. And it's totally his fault. Nothing. He shouldn't be affiliated with battle rap. He's a culture vulture. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever the fuck makes you feel better. Like, I know what the fuck it is. Anybody with a grain of common sense would understand that, and like what it is. Like, but at the same time, please understand, I'm not speaking out of bitterness. I'm not speaking out of frustration. I'm just saying what it is. You know, like, I'm not upset in the slightest. I understand, and I understand fans having these thoughts and speculations, and I also understand that Ether is literally 10 weeks ago, and it still is fresh in people's minds. And you know, just because I'm growing up and changing doesn't mean that I can expect the world to see that and feel that impact overnight. But it is what it is, period.
Okay. So Blackout.
Yep.
You ready for it?
Man, Blackout's going to be crazy, dog. Blackout's really going to be crazy. At the end of the day, I'm proud of King of the Dot and my brothers up there for organizing that event and putting together an amazing card, and I'm really focused on this Boston Massacre event as well as some other things we got coming up and the Ground Zero Grand Prix and developing this new talent we got on deck. I'm curious what y'all are going to think about the Kid Psychosis and the Kid Incredible, who both got real busy at this Battle of the Bay Day 1. Got a lot of cool motherfuckers coming up, a lot of new MCs that are real dope, and excited to unleash all that shit on y'all, you know, fresh kidded IOs.
You know what, Llush? I do have a question for you. I feel like when Ether went down, everybody was helping promote Ether and everything. But when it went bad, I feel like they left you stranded and you was by yourself. So it kind of feels like now that this is here, you're over here for Teddy Grizzle, you're covering for him a little bit, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird, man. I don't know, man.
Hey, man, that's an interesting perspective, and I respect you, dog. You know what I mean? I respect you and your opinion, like, and that's interesting. I mean, yeah, I'm not the type of dude. I'm not. What kind of mark would I be? Luckily, I'm not a bitch. You know what I mean? Luckily, I'm not a bitch, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, and I catch feelings over that and be like, oh, well, Teddy Grizzle did this, and that. Like, I don't get down like that. Everybody want to blame me. That's cool. You want to leave me, quote unquote, stranded.
That's why
because I get to see how motherfuckers move, and I get to see who's trill and who's not. There's a reason why I come on your show, Caps.
I feel you, man. It's kind of whack though, because I feel like now it's like you're taking all the blame and shit. I don't know. It's weird, man. I hope everything comes up.
All the blame in whose perspective? Like who takes it like that? And if people honestly perceive it like that, is me defending it gonna even change a thing? Like they already have that opinion. That's cool, you know. Jay-Z didn't get to where he's at without Dame Dash banging on everybody every step of the way. Motherfuckers hated Dame Dash, but Jigga didn't get to where he was at without him.
True.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Definitely.
And you know what I mean? Like I know that like my heart is pure enough, and I'm a trill enough motherfucker, and I am enough of a character and an enduring force of positivity, a beacon of light in this battle rap world and beyond, to the point where I'm gonna be straight. The history books are gonna fucking love me. This anybody that was like fronting on me is just gonna wind up like playing themselves super hard.
So, hey, Llush, any big time matchups coming up soon?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You already know. We got some game changers today. I mean, even the Boston card, what we've announced alone, and like those aren't. That's not even mainstream shit. Those are all just top battle rappers. But look at Pat Saber and Calico, man. Look at that match. That's so fucking cold right there. You know, like when y'all see what we got for pass battling of that card, you're gonna flip your wig too. Like this whole card is insane. So working hard, bro. We ain't never gonna stop doing that elite next level shit.
I ain't at that shit right there. Oh, okay, that's what it is, man. That's it. Anything you want to promote? What's up? You want to say? Anything you want to say? You want to promote?
Man, I want to promote peace and love and understanding in mankind. You know what I mean? That's what I want to promote, and I want everybody to realize that this battle rap shit transcends race. It transcends nationality. We got fans of this culture from all over the world. We got fans who are army soldiers, who are firemen and police officers, and teachers and doctors and lawyers, and thugs and trappers, and so many different people from so many different walks of lives. You know, it transcends all boundaries, and people really got to understand that it ain't about what you think it is. It ain't about nothing else except for fucking bars. That's all we care about is rhymes and punchlines that fucking stick in your head for years and become a part of you. That's what this battle rap shit's about. So fuck anything else. Fuck what I say or fuck what anybody else tells you as well. Nothing but the bars.
Well, that's what's up.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. That's what it's always supposed to be about, the bars.
That's it. Y'all already know, man. So much respect to everybody in the Angry Fan Movement world and beyond. You know where to find me in your group, clowning on your ugly ass bitch and all that shit, even though it's against the rules. Hope I don't get banded. No, I'm just playing. Not everybody. But hey, this is motherfucking Llush. You to the N to the O. John Donnie in the building. Signing off. Oh boy.
Peace.
Fan 007, what up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit, what up, nigga? Drop this shit, what up?